Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in today. My topics today that I want to discuss with us is what you need to know, or what we need to know before you land at Murtala Muhammed International Airport in Lagos. I remembered when I went to Nigeria in November with British Airways. We landed and it was a night flight. So when I got, normal things, we check out, we get our baggages and we come out. So I landed in the morning. It was a night flight, so I landed in the morning, and it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday, early Sunday morning. So I needed some nairas with me. You get me? So I was probably, I thought maybe I would not be able to get all those malams that normally exchange, I think they call them buru naira or something. So I was a bit, I didn't have any naira with me. So I wanted to change some nairas so that I'll be able to have nairas with me. So that I will be able to have some money with me for me to spend, because it's a Sunday. I was a bit okay, would I be able to get people to change money on a Sunday? I will not be able to get to the bank on a Sunday, so I wanted to play safe. So I saw this man just walked to me and said to me that if I wanted to change money. So I ignored him. I didn't pay him attention. I just said no. So I walked away. So I saw group shops. Some of us that are familiar with Murtala Muhammed Airport, the arrival side, you will see some parts where you can sit down there, you can eat, you can drink till you wait for your drivers or whoever's coming to pick you up, your families, your friends coming to pick you up. So I sat down there and I saw this man was also sitting down to close to where I was sitting. So I got up, I saw him carrying some money. So I was a bit, because I'm a very careful person, I'm not always careless. So because the fact that I saw him sitting at the I'll call it maybe like a small restaurant at the airport. So I felt safe that, well, if I walk to this man and get some naira exchange from him, then I will not be either robbed, because I was thinking that, if I had gone with the other man that came to me, probably I would have got robbed or I was just thinking. So I felt trying to play safe by walking to this man that sat down next to the to the restaurant that was there. So when I walked to him and I said to him, oh, please, I'd like to change some naira. How much is the exchange rate? So he gave me the exchange rate. So when he gave me the exchange rate and he said, okay, how much do I want to change? So I said I was going to change 500 pounds. So I know people are going to be saying, you're very stupid. How would you change that amount of money at that spot? Well, there was a reason, or I would say, I saw the price they gave me was high. That is the secret. The reason why I changed that much. Because before I left London, I saw the exchange rate and it was a bit about, I think it was lesser. The exchange rate that I saw was lesser than the exchange rates this man gave me at the airport. So I thought I was getting a bargain. Without knowing that, they all had the plan. They have this crooked way of doing things. So I said, well, that is a good deal. Okay, come on. I'm going to change 500 pounds, because I had the intention that maybe I was just going to change 50 pounds or something. But because I heard that, that exchange rate, I was so happy. I said, wow, that's a good deal. And I can't get it wrong. And also, you can't give me fake naira. I would, instantly I would know, or you understand, I would know, or So I wasn't even thinking about it's going to give me fake naira or whatever, but I just went for it. I just said, okay, change me 500 pounds and let me get my money. So do you know the funny thing this man was doing? Please listen carefully. To some of us who travels often, or if you are going back to Nigeria for the first time, this is the trick that they use. This man got money out, his naira out. I didn't bring my pounds out yet. I told him to count my naira for me. So he counted my naira. Listen to this. He counted my naira and he gave me to count. So when he gave me to count, I counted the naira and I said it was not complete. He now said, oh, madam, you sure it's not complete? I said it's not complete. So he said, okay, let me see. So he said, count with me. Get this. This is the logic they use. Listen, he gave me the naira first that I should count because we calculated it and I know the total amount of the 500 pounds I was exchanging. And he gave me the naira for me to count. Where I counted the naira, it was short. So I said to him, Oga, this naira is not complete. Could you check, count? He said, madam, but I counted, it was complete. Okay, count with me. Just like the way they do in banks. Bank of London or banks here, whichever bank we go to here or, here, they would be saying, okay, count. So you'll be counting with your eyes. So what I did was, the man outsmarted me by counting. He was doing like this. Okay, madam, are you counting with me? So when he was counting, I was also counting. And when I finished counting, the money was completed. Because when bank counts money for you here, they give you, count the money and they give it to you because you've already counted with your eyes and you saw that the numbers were right. There is no point me counting again because that time when he was counting with me, I was counting with me. We were both counting together. It's not that I don't know my 1, 2, 3, you get me? So I was counting with this man. He was also counting with me and he gave me the money. And the time when he gave me the money, the only thing I was thinking was for me to just get out from that vicinity instantly. Because I already know that he has counted the money for me. The money had already been completed. What would I be doing around there? And he said, okay, the money has been completed. Here is your pounds. So I gave him 500 pounds. So I carried my money in my bag. I disappeared. So when I disappeared, I went. So my brother came to pick me up. We went home. And when I got back to my place, I am a kind of person, I keep a lot of records. I do a lot of records. I do not just spend money anyhow. You understand? I keep record of how I'm spending my money. So what I did that day, when I got home, I was trying to split money. Okay, I'm buying water. When I get to Nigeria, I'm buying bottled water, I'm buying this. I was trying to buy things that I want. So I was splitting the money. Okay, this is what I want this for. This is what I want this for. And all of a sudden, the money was short of 25,000 naira. Listen to this. If anybody had taken my bag or had gone into my bag, I would be thinking, oh, somebody somewhere in the house has stolen my money. But this is it, that I never dropped my bag. In no way, in no circumstances, I did not drop my bag because I knew what I had with me. I would not have made that mistake of dropping my bag. So my bag was with me every time. And what I did after I counted the money and I had the money with me, I transferred it into my suitcase and I locked my bag. So there was no way anybody would have gone in there and they would have taken the money. And I don't even live with thieves anyway, because my family will not steal from me. But when I now found out that money was short of 25,000 naira, my mind just stroked to that man instantly. And my mom is she's a very careful person like me as well, because I'm a very careful person. But how that man did that thing, I don't know. People will say it is jazz. I don't think it's jazz. It is psychological thing that he did there. It wasn't to do with jazz. So when I told my mom, I said, Mom, I changed, because I didn't want to tell her at first, but there was no way I would be hiding it from her. So I said to Mom, Mom, I changed money at the airport because, I changed money at the airport because I was thinking, oh my gosh, she's just going to be shouting at me. Why would you have to be changing money at the airport? Do you know how dangerous it is? So I just swallowed my pride. Even if she wants to swallow me, let her go ahead, swallow me by swallowing me. What can I do? So I called, when I spoke to my mom, I said, look, Mom, I changed the money at the airport, but what I discovered is that this money is short of 25,000 naira. The mom said, Where did he change mommy? At the airport. Why did he change mommy? You know mothers already. So I said, mommy, leave story. That has been done. The deed has been done. What I want is a solution. What can I do? There's no way somebody is going to take my money. No, 25,000 naira is not a small money, mate. So I called my brother and I told him. Him also say, oh, why did you change money at the airport? Leave story. Let's get this done. What am I going to do? So my brother said, all right, let's go. This was second day. It was a Monday that I discovered the money was missing. So my brother said, well, what we need to do now, let's go to the airport. If you can recognize this man, it is fine. But if you cannot recognize him, there is a way we would get that money from him. So my brother said, but don't be so hopeful. But I said, no, I will get my money back. I was so certain that I was going to get my money back, regardless, because I would recognize this man. There is no way I would not recognize this man. So I was so positive that I would get my money back. So my brother says, okay, finger crossed, let's go. So when we got to the airport, it was around 11 going to 12 lunchtime. I get into the airport. I saw people there, the same spot that I saw the man. I went there, I spoke to the waitresses and, the staffs of the restaurant. And they said to me that, there are a lot of people that changes money here and we don't know the specific person. Do you know their name? I said, I don't know their name. I just landed on Sunday. This is Tuesday. I just landed. I can't even, how would I even, what's it called? How would I even, ask the person's name? I didn't ask no name. So I don't know the person's name. If I see him, I'll be able to recognize him. They said, well, that's a start. If you can recognize the man, then that's a start. So I said, all right, if I see this man, I'll be able to recognize. So this lady said to me that, this person you are talking about, because she said, will you be able to identify the person? So I was giving her a little bit of the description of the person who changed the money for me. And she said, oh, I know the person. Does his eyes look sort of like, does he have his cross eye? My God, I wasn't looking at the man's eyes. All I was seeing, I knew his face, but I wasn't really looking. And I said, look, I'm not really sure if he has a cross eyes or if he has this, if he has that. All this is this description. So she said, the description of the person you are giving me is the same person. I said, well, I wouldn't know if he's got the cross eyes or not. That day, I was a bit tired. Even though I was tired, I was, coming out, having had the night flight. I knew who I was dealing with. I saw the person, not that I knew him personally. I saw the person's physique. I could describe him, but the eyes, I don't know. So she said, all right. The problem is this. You will not be able to see all those people who, because she asked me, when did I land? And I told her everything. She said, the people who works nighttime is not the same. They don't come daytime. They only operate nighttime to early morning. And this is almost lunchtime. There is no way you see the person here. So you need to come back very early in the morning. If you don't come early you can come nighttime. I said, in Nigeria, I don't work nighttime. Okay. So the only advice I can give to you, come very early in the morning, between 5 and 6 in the morning. You will see the person there. So I said, well, that's good. So I went home, dressed up the next morning. It was Wednesday. I was the first person they saw there. So when I was entering into, the arrival, I went straight to the arrival and I told the police, I spoke to the police. I said, look, I came here to exchange money. Somebody, these people who exchange money, they gave me, my money is short. How much? Short of how much? I told him it's short of 25,000. Okay. If you see the person, would you be able to recognize the person? I said, I will be able to recognize the person. So the man was in mufti, was a policeman, was in mufti, and he was walking behind me. And he said, look, continue walking, walk forward, walk backward, keep eye on because he was showing me, we know everybody that changes money in this airport. So he was pointing to different people. I said, that's not the person I'm looking for. So you point to this, point to that. I said, that is not the person. So we kept on going around. We went to where that man was sitting that day that I saw him. He wasn't there. So I was just about to say, oh my God, with my 25,000 naira go. Hell no. I did not give up. So I walked down. I didn't see him where he was sitting that night. So, that early morning, sorry. I walked down furthermore and I just saw his physique, his head alone that I saw. His head was down. He put his head down on the table and it was like, I think he was having a nap or something. So I saw his head instantly. So I said to my brother, I said to the man, I said, that is the man. So, you know, the police was just about, we're going to get, and I said, please, Oga, please, I don't want any drama here. The man may want to run away. Let me just walk to him majestically and then, you know, go to him instead of trying to create scene here or trying to create, you know, drama here. And people will start coming and then he'll start running and things. I wanted to make it as simple for him so that he'll be able to know that, no, I'm not a person that he can, you know, they can use fraud for. You get me? With all their fraudulent acts. So I went, I now said to him, so I walked to him and the policeman knocked the door, the table he was putting his head on. Dong, dong, dong. When the police knocked it, he raised his head up. And he said, is that the man? I said, yes, I am 101%, 110% that this is the man. So the man, I just said to him, Oga, do you remember me? The man said, oh, I land on Sunday. The lady who exchanged 500 pounds from me said, oh, yes, I know it. I said, Oga, my money is short of 25,000 naira. Did you believe this man did not argue with me? This man did not argue at all. The next thing he just said, oh, Oga police, please, no shout. Don't shout. As in, please don't shout. I will give her money. How much is it? I said 25,000 naira. But I'm a very straightforward person. If I had said it's 100,000 naira, he would have instantly give the money. But what, God forbid, I don't steal from people. That is 25,000 naira. I was short of. Give me my 25,000. And he counted my 25,000 naira for me instantly and gave to me and he apologized, he's sorry. And I said, look, that is why people from abroad, when we come from abroad, we don't trust anyone in that country. Because the moment you are landing at the airport, you are already meeting thieves. You're already meeting thieves. You're already being duped. Even before you enter inside the main country. That is the heart of the country. The airport is the heart of the country. So I just want to use this opportunity, this video, to warn people traveling to diaspora, from diaspora to Nigeria, or I can only say to Lagos, because I don't know every other part of Africa, but to Lagos particularly, Murtala Muhammed Airport. If you want to change money, be very, very vigilant. Don't, because that day I would say probably, maybe it's jet lag, or maybe I was so tired. I wasn't but I knew that I counted the money. We both count the money. But when I asked people, they said what they did is that while you are counting the money with their own eyes, they are pulling back the money back. How they did that, I don't know. But people who know that technique, who said that is the techniques that they use, they know. So what would have paid, because it was a lot of money. You cannot be standing there and they're counting that money for you. You don't know who is watching you. Somebody can be following you when you're about to walk to the car park, So I didn't want to be so I don't want to be carefree. I was so careful. But even in my not being careless, I was still a victim. So please, if you are changing money at the airport, probably you change it is better you go and change the money outside. That you know that, okay, you are getting the money. Because obviously I was carried away with the exchange rate he gave me. But the exchange rate, he took it back from me. Because what they think is that when you change the money, you go out, you get, when you get out or go to your homes of something, people who don't check themselves, people who don't cross-check themselves, because I'm a person, I check myself over and over. So you will be thinking that, okay, you've exchanged the money, then that's it. You're just going to take the money and then you start spending, and you be now, all of a sudden, you not be saying, what have I bought? What have I buy? What have I this? What have I that? Money has just finished like that. But I change. I always check myself. I always put my money on other. This is what I'm buying. This is what I'm giving. This is what I'm doing. That was the reason why I was able to know that I was being duped. And also for some people, when they are landing at the airport, some people are going to Kano, are going to Jos, are going to others out of Lagos. Would you now say because of 25,000 naira, you now leave Jos or anywhere and be running back to Lagos and say, oh, somebody duped me of 25,000 naira? Obviously, you will be saying, I beg, leave it, Joe. But because I am in Lagos, and there is no way nobody can cheat me for my hard-earned money. I work for my money, is my sweat. You cannot take my money just like that. And you think it's easy. Because if you're doing it for me, doing it to me, you're also doing it for anybody coming from diaspora to Lagos. I said to him, look at me very well. And don't try it next time. Even people coming from abroad, don't try it. The next time you try it, don't be sorry. And they say, Madam, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then they left. So please don't be a victim of all these money exchange guys at the airport. Be very vigilant. If you are tired, if you travel landing in Lagos, if you think you're tired or if you think you don't have any money, try to change at least a little, even if it's £100 or 50 pounds. But I was so carried away because I saw the exchange rate was good. So this is a lesson for us, and this is a lesson. It has been a lesson for me. Since then, I don't change money at the airport anymore. Even if I'm changing money at the airport, I'm not going to be changing that much. So, guys, thank you so much for listening to my video. Please kindly subscribe to my channel, and I'll be bringing more experiences, more stories, more real things, not fake, real stuff that happens to me, that happens to people that I know, that happens to people around me. Till I come away again, I'm Lady Nosh. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye. God bless.